If you have been feeling a pull from a past that is not your own, if a strange and nameless nostalgia haunts the quiet moments of your day, if you carry a sorrow in your heart that has no source in your own memory, then you must know this is not a product of your imagination. You are not adrift in a sea of random emotion. You are feeling the echo of a voice that has been traveling through time, through blood, through the very fabric of your soul, waiting for a moment of profound silence to finally be heard. And that moment of silence, that cosmic pause, is upon us. The celestial event we call an eclipse is far more than a simple alignment of moon and sun. It is a sacred and ancient occurrence, understood by the masters and sages of every tradition to be a thinning of the veil. It is a portal, a moment when the boundary between the material world and the subtle spiritual worlds becomes porous, translucent. During this hallowed time, the energies that are normally hidden from our waking consciousness rise to the surface, and the most potent, most personal of these energies are the currents that flow from our own lineage. The ancestors are calling, not as ghosts in the shadows, but as luminous threads of consciousness woven into your own being. They are calling because this eclipse creates a bridge, an energetic pathway for communication, for healing, and for a great and final release. This is a divine appointment that was written into your soul's contract long before you took your first breath. It is an invitation to become the alchemist of your own lineage, to transmute the lead of inherited pain into the gold of absolute soul freedom. This ancient truth resonates for a reason. If a part of your soul recognizes this echo, honor it in the space below. Your insight is a crucial ingredient in our collective alchemy. We must now walk this sacred path with awareness, for the bridge of the eclipse can carry both burdens and blessings. Without understanding, the weight of the past can feel heavier than ever. But with wisdom, this weight can be transformed into wings. Let us begin by illuminating the first shadow, a pattern so common among sensitive souls: the trap of inherited sorrow. Do you know this feeling? A quiet melancholy that settles upon you like a mist, even on a day filled with light. A current of grief that flows just beneath the surface of your joy, a sadness for which you have no name and no story. You search your life for a reason, a cause for this persistent ache, and you find none. And so the mind begins to create stories. It tells you that you are flawed, that you are ungrateful, that there is something fundamentally broken within you. This is the trap. The lead is the belief that this sorrow is yours. It is a heavy, isolating burden that convinces you that you are alone in your phantom pain. Now, as the eclipse approaches, this energetic mist grows thicker. The fire of this celestial moment works to bring all that is hidden into the light. The shadow of the moon upon the sun is a macrocosmic reflection of the shadow of the past upon your present soul. This inherited sorrow, no longer a subtle undercurrent, can become a wave that threatens to overwhelm you. It intensifies, demanding to be seen, to be felt, and without the proper gnosis, it can pull you under, convincing you that this state of grief is your ultimate reality. It blocks your connection to the divine, to joy, to the very purpose of your incarnation, because you are trying to solve a riddle that does not belong to your own life's journey. But here is the gold. Here is the gnosis that transmutes this leaden weight. The ancient Vedic sages understood that we are more than just this physical form. We are composed of multiple layers of being, known as the subtle bodies. These energetic fields hold memory not just from our own experiences, but the powerful, unresolved emotional signatures of our ancestors. That sorrow you feel is not a flaw. It is a memory. It is an echo of a great loss, an unmourned grief from a grandmother, a great-grandfather, an ancestor whose tears were never shed. Their pain was stored as an energetic imprint in the lineage, passed down through the subtle bodies, waiting for a descendant with enough consciousness, enough love, to finally offer it a sacred space for release. You are not broken. You have been chosen. You are the healer your lineage has been waiting for. The tool to begin this sacred work is gentle, yet profound. It is the breath, the sacred pranayama, the regulation of life force. Find a quiet space, sit and close your eyes. Do not try to fight the sorrow. Do not try to analyze it, simply allow it to be present. Now take a slow, deep inhalation through your nose, and as you do, silently say to this feeling, I see you. I acknowledge you. You are not claiming it as your own. You're simply bearing witness with compassion. Now, as you exhale slowly and completely through your mouth, silently say, I release you with love. You are free. Inhale, acknowledging the echo. Exhale, liberating the energy. This is not a one-time fix, but a practice of profound energetic hygiene. With each conscious breath, you are telling this ancient sorrow that it has been heard, it has been honored, and its journey is now complete. You are cleansing the subtle body of your lineage, one breath at a time. Let us now turn to another shadow, one that builds the very cages in which we live our lives, the trap of the ancestral fear cage. Consider the fears that limit you, not the rational fears that keep you safe, but the deep, abiding anxieties that seem to have no logical foundation. The profound fear of scarcity, even when you have enough. The terror of abandonment that sabotages your relationships. The paralyzing fear of being truly seen, of speaking your truth, which keeps your soul's gifts locked away in silence. These fears feel intensely personal, like fundamental flaws in your character. You may spend years in therapy trying to trace them back to a childhood event, and while you may find some threads, the root remains elusive, deep, and unshakable. The lead, here, is the belief that these fears define your potential. It is a cage built from invisible bars, contracting your world, your dreams, and your very essence. As the eclipse casts its shadow, the fire of its energy illuminates the dark corners of our psyche. This is a time of introspection, and these deep-seated fears can become deafening. They rise up not as whispers, but as roars. The fear of scarcity becomes a panic that you will lose everything. The fear of being seen becomes a desperate urge to hide from the world, to refuse opportunities that would bring you joy. The eclipse energy amplifies the frequency of these fears, making the bars of the cage feel like solid, impenetrable steel. It reinforces the illusion that you are, and always will be, limited by them. This is a critical juncture where many souls turn back, believing the journey forward is simply too dangerous. But you have come here for the gold. The gnosis that shatters the cage is this. These are not your fears. They are your inheritance. They are the survival mechanisms of your ancestors, encoded into your energetic DNA. That fear of scarcity, it may be the echo of a great-great-grandmother who survived a famine, whose very cells learned that there is never enough. Her fear kept her alive, and she passed that survival code to her children as a protective gift. The fear of speaking out. It could be the echo of an ancestor who was persecuted for their beliefs. Their silence was their shield. What was once a shield for them has become a cage for you. These fears are not a sign of your weakness. They are a testament to the resilience of your lineage. They are sacred survival maps for a territory you no longer inhabit. By seeing them not as your personal failings, but as the loving, outdated programs of your ancestors, you can begin to relate to them with compassion, gratitude, and the authority to consciously uninstall them. The alchemical tool for this transmutation is one of grounding. It involves connecting with the immense, stable energy of the earth using a crystal as your anchor. Obtain a piece of black tourmaline, smoky quartz, or even a simple stone from the ground that feels solid and real in your hand. During a quiet moment, hold this stone in your palm. Feel its weight, its coolness, its ancient and steady presence. Close your eyes and bring your awareness to the fear that grips you most tightly. See it not as a monster, but as a vibration, a cloud of frantic energy within you. Now, visualize this crystal as a powerful energetic magnet. With each breath, see it drawing the cloud of fear out of your body, out of your energy field, and into itself. The stone can hold it. It is designed to absorb and transmute dense energy. See the fear leaving your system, flowing into the stone, which effortlessly grounds it deep into the heart of the earth, where it is neutralized and transformed back into pure creative energy. You are not destroying the fear. You are returning the energy to its source, liberating it from its outdated pattern. You are honoring the protective intent of your ancestors while consciously choosing a new reality of safety, abundance, and freedom. Which ancestral echo resonates most deeply within you? The sorrow, the fear, or perhaps the one we will now explore, a mystery that confounds so many on the spiritual path, the trap of karmic loyalty. This is the pattern of self-sabotage. It is the experience of being on the cusp of a magnificent breakthrough, a promotion, a loving partnership, a creative masterpiece, only to find yourself making an inexplicable choice that unravels it all. You miss the deadline. You start an argument. You abandon the project just before it is complete, a relentless cycle of almost. On the surface, it makes no sense. Why would you destroy the very thing you desire most? The conscious mind is baffled, and this leads to a devastating conclusion. I am unworthy of success. I don't deserve to be happy. This is the lead, a heavy cloak of shame and confusion that reinforces the belief that you are your own worst enemy. It is a painful, self-fulfilling prophecy. The eclipse, a time of culmination and revelation, brings this pattern to a crisis point. The energy of the eclipse pushes for completion, for the seed to finally flower. As you approach a new peak of potential, the gravitational pull of this ancestral pattern becomes exponentially stronger. The fire of the moment amplifies the inner conflict. The desire for expansion clashes violently with this unconscious pull toward contraction. The self-sabotage becomes more dramatic, the consequences more painful. It feels less like a bad habit and more like a cosmic law, an inescapable fate that you are doomed to repeat no matter how hard you try to break free. This is the moment when the soul can fall into deep despair, believing that its sacred purpose, its dharma, is forever out of reach. Herein lies the gold, the profound gnosis that turns this trap into a doorway. This pattern is not born of unworthiness. It is born of love. It is an act of unconscious karmic loyalty. Within your lineage, there may have been an ancestor or a series of ancestors for whom success was dangerous. Perhaps they were entrepreneurs ruined by a jealous rival, or women whose brilliance was punished, or families who lost everything by standing too tall. A belief system was forged in the fire of their experience. To be successful is to be a target. To be happy is to invite loss. To be safe, one must remain small. You, their descendant, carry this belief not as a conscious thought, but as a sacred vow within your soul. Your self-sabotage is a misguided act of loyalty, an unconscious attempt to stay connected to your tribe by honoring their safety protocols. You are not destroying your success because you are unworthy. You are doing it to remain one of them, to not abandon them by entering a reality they never knew. The tool for this profound work is a visualization of sacred completion and release. Find your quiet space, close your eyes and breathe until your body feels settled. Now, visualize your line of ancestors standing behind you in luminous, ethereal form. See them stretching back for generations, a river of souls that flows into you. Feel their presence. Turn in your mind's eye to face them. See the ones whose lives were marked by struggle, by loss, by the pain that created this limiting belief. Bow your head to them in reverence and respect. Then look at them with love and speak these words in your heart. I honor your journey. I honor your pain. I honor the beliefs that kept you safe. Thank you for bringing me this far. Feel a wave of gratitude. Now stand a little taller and continue. With your blessing, I now choose to go further. I now choose to complete what you could not. My success does not betray you, it redeems you. My joy does not abandon you, it heals you. I carry you with me into the light. As you speak these words, visualize them placing their hands on your shoulders, not to hold you back, but to propel you forward. Feel their energetic release, their joy, their blessing. You are not breaking a bond. You are upgrading it from one of limitation to one of empowerment. You know another soul who is navigating this very mystery in silence. Share this transmission with them, not as a mere video, but as a key passed from one alchemist to another, illuminating the path ahead. Finally, we must address the most subtle and often most painful trap of all for the seeker, the trap of the unlived dream. This is the holy ache within your soul. It is the persistent, undeniable longing for a life that feels more true than the one you are living. It is the dream of the healer in the body of the accountant, the call of the artist in the soul of the lawyer, the yearning of the mystic in a world that demands conformity. This longing is not a fleeting fantasy. It feels like a memory of a future you were meant to have. It is a phantom limb of the soul, and its absence is a constant source of quiet desperation. The lead is the belief that this dream is merely a selfish indulgence, an impractical fantasy, a distraction from your real responsibilities. Society teaches us to ignore this call, to be practical, and so we bury the dream alive, creating a deep and painful dissonance between our daily actions and our soul's true north. The Eclipse portal is a time of profound truth. The light of the authentic self, the Atma, shines brightly, illuminating the chasm between who you are and who you have been pretending to be. The pain of this unlived dream becomes acute, almost unbearable. The fire of the eclipse burns away the justifications, the excuses, the comfortable illusions. You are left face to face with the raw, aching truth of your soul's deepest desire. This can be a moment of crisis, where the mundanity of your current life feels like a prison and the dream feels impossibly distant, leading to feelings of hopelessness and cosmic abandonment. Why would the divine plant such a powerful dream in my heart if it were impossible to achieve? The gold that transforms this crisis into a coronation is perhaps the most beautiful gnosis of all. That dream is not just yours, it is the unfulfilled dharma of an ancestor. Dharma is the sacred purpose for which a soul incarnates. Somewhere in your lineage, there was an artist who had to put down their brush to raise a family, a healer who was not permitted to practice, a mystic who had to hide their light. Their soul's mission was left incomplete, but the energy of that sacred purpose did not vanish. It was passed down the line as a precious inheritance, a seed of potential, waiting for a soul with the courage to plant it and bring it to full blossom. That soul is you. Your deepest, most cherished dream is not a selfish whim. It is a sacred duty. It is a promise your soul made to complete the great work of your lineage. To answer this call is the highest form of honor you can pay to those who came before you. The tool to align your energy with this sacred mission is the alchemy of color, specifically the vibration of gold. Gold is the color of the sun, of divinity, of completion, of the highest spiritual attainment. In the days leading up to and following the eclipse, consciously invite this color into your life. Light a golden candle on your desk or altar. Wear a piece of gold-colored clothing or jewelry. But most powerfully, use it in visualization. Sit in meditation and visualize a radiant, liquid gold light pouring down from the cosmos, entering your crown. See it filling your entire body, every cell, every energy channel, illuminating you from within. This golden light attunes your entire energy field to the frequency of your sacred purpose. It burns away the vibrations of doubt and unworthiness and signals to the universe, to the divine, and to the souls of your ancestors that you are ready. You are accepting your holy inheritance. You are ready to embody the dream. Now, the time has come. The shadows are illuminated. The patterns are understood. We have the gnosis and the tools. It is time to step onto the bridge. It is time for the great work. I invite you to join me now in a sacred space of meditation. Find a position where you can be undisturbed, where your spine can be straight, whether sitting in a chair or on the floor. Close your eyes. Begin with the breath. A slow, deep inhalation, drawing life force into the very center of your being. And a long, complete exhalation, releasing the day, releasing the noise, releasing all that is not needed for this sacred work. Another deep breath in, and a slow breath out. Feel your body becoming heavy, anchored to the earth. Feel your mind becoming still, like a placid mountain lake. In this quiet space, I want you to bring your awareness to your lineage. See it as a great, luminous river of light flowing out of the mists of ancient time. See this river flowing forward through generations of grandmothers and grandfathers, of survivors, of dreamers, of warriors, of farmers. And see this great river of light flowing directly into you. You are not a separate drop. You are the current expression of this entire river. Feel the strength of it. Feel the history of it. Feel the love that has been passed down generation to generation, allowing for your existence right here, right now. Now in your mind's eye, begin to create a sacred space. It can be a beautiful temple, a serene forest clearing, or a simple circular room filled with soft light. This is your inner sanctuary. At the center of this space, visualize a simple, elegant altar. This is your altar to the ancestors. It is a place of honor. The moment of the eclipse is here. See a portal of shimmering silvery white light opening in your sacred space. This is the bridge. It is safe, it is holy, and it is open for you now. From this portal, you see luminous figures emerge. They are not ghosts. They are beings of light, your ancestors in their most wise and healed form. See them fill the space, their presence radiant with love and peace. There is no judgment here, only acceptance. Find the ones your soul recognizes, the ones whose burdens you have felt. Now is the time for the great return. Let us begin with the sorrow. Allow that old, familiar melancholy to surface. See it as a sphere of gray mist in your hands. Hold it before you. Look to the ancestor to whom it belongs, and with profound love in your heart, extend your hands and say, "This belongs to you. I have carried it for you in love. I now return it to you in love, so that we may both be free." See them receive it with gratitude, and watch as the gray mist dissolves into pure white light in their hands. Feel the lightness in your own being. Next, the fear. Summon the energy of that ancestral fear cage. See it as a set of rusted iron chains in your hands. Feel their weight. Look to the ancestor who forged this shield of fear out of their own pain and struggle. Extend the chains to them and say, I honor your strength. I honor this shield that protected our line. It is no longer needed. I return it to you with gratitude so that we may both be free. Watch as they take the chains, which transform into a radiant, golden key in their hands, the key to a new freedom. Now, the karmic loyalty, the pattern of self-sabotage. See it as a heavy, dark cloak wrapped around your shoulders. It is the cloak of staying small. Gently, lovingly, remove this cloak. Hold it in your hands. Face the ancestors who wore this cloak for safety, and with deep compassion say, I honor your humility. I release the vow of limitation. I return this cloak to you with love. My light does not diminish yours, it celebrates it. We are free to rise together. See them take the cloak and watch it turn into a tapestry of brilliant, shining stars. You have now created a sacred space within your own soul. The burdens have been returned with love. The exchange is not yet complete. Your ancestors, now free, desire to give you their gifts. Open your hands, your heart, your entire being to receive. See them stepping forward one by one and placing their blessings into your energy field. From one, you receive the gift of unwavering resilience. Feel it anchoring in your bones. From another, you receive the gift of profound intuition, a clear inner knowing. Feel it awakening in your third eye. From another, you receive the gift of creativity, the unlived song, the unfinished masterpiece. Feel it flowing into your hands and your heart. And from all of them, together, you receive the most powerful gift of all, their blessing. Feel their unconditional love and support pouring into you, a waterfall of golden light, washing away any last traces of unworthiness. You are their legacy, and you are their hope. You are the one who heals the past by daring to create a liberated future. Breathe this in. Feel this new reality, this new lightness, this profound connection. The portal begins to slowly fade, but the connection in your heart remains forever. The luminous beings of your ancestors smile, bow to you in honor, and recede, knowing the great work has been done. You are alone again in your sacred space, but you are not alone. You are full. You are complete. Gently, slowly, begin to bring your awareness back to your physical body. Feel the ground beneath you. Hear the sounds around you. When you are ready, you may open your eyes. The work of an eclipse is profound, but it is not a singular event. It is an initiation. The portal may close, but the connection you have re-established remains. You have fundamentally altered the energetic currents of your lineage. In the days that follow, be gentle with yourself. You are integrating a monumental shift. The greatest way to honor this work is to live differently. To make one small choice from a place of freedom instead of ancestral fear. To allow yourself a moment of joy where once there was only inherited sorrow. To take one step toward that sacred, unlived dream. As a simple practice of integration, I invite you to light a white candle in the days following the eclipse. As you gaze into its flame, let it be a symbol of the pure, new light within your soul and within your lineage. Let it be a beacon of the peace and clarity you have so courageously co-created. Remember, you are not defined by the pain of your ancestors, but you are profoundly empowered by their strength, their wisdom, and their love. You have not erased the past. You have healed it. You have taken the threads of their stories and woven them into a new tapestry of liberation. You are the alchemist, and this is the great work. If this wisdom serves your journey, a like helps it reach other souls seeking the same light. Next week, We will explore how to integrate these powerful energetic shifts into the rhythm of your daily life, making this newfound freedom your new foundation. If your soul seeks a consistent source of genuine gnosis and a space to deepen your practice, I invite you to subscribe and join our inner circle. The great work is vast, but it need not be walked alone. You have a place here,